Is everything not working? There we go. Oh, how is everyone doing? Uh, Let me just make sure everything's all set up and running. Nice. Right, cool. Yeah. How's everyone? Let's just turn this down in my headset a little bit. So I think today the main goal to say is just really project planning. I'm a little bit tired right now, so I'm not going to be doing any coding, but I have a lot of ideas that I just write down in random places, and I need to kind of formalize them a little bit more, get them a bit clearer in my head before I start working on them. That's what I want to do today, is like just kind of combine my list together, put some more detail in, kind of get my key concepts written out, an MVP. I don't really want to solutionize it yet. Like, I don't really care about if I'm using React or Vue, if I'm going to go down Firebase or Mongo. I just kind of want to get my main ideas down. But before I go on to that, I've got some bad news. So I've been trying to learn a little bit of electronics and 3D printing stuff. I was making a macro keypad, and this is now the state of it. It's kind of ruined. So it did work, and it worked really well. Oops. But I was using like screws to attach it, and the screws weren't really holding the two prints together. So I had the smart idea of I'll put a bolt on one side. That didn't work. Then that messed up like the entire alignment of my 3D print. So I then tried to super glue it. I don't know if super glue's changed, right? But when I was younger, super glue, if you had it on your skin for a second, it would be stuck. This I had it like pressed down for 10 minutes and it still didn't stick. So I don't know. I feel like the quality's missing there. But yeah, it's pretty much broken now. So I'm gonna go into version 2. Version 2, I'm probably going to stick with 9 buttons on my macro pad, but I want a screen and a dial. So that's a little update on my 3D printing. I have no idea how to design that though, so that's going to be a learning curve for myself. But let's jump into doing some project planning. And I'll put it on, which one is it, this one? Yeah, cool. So just bit. So I've got this spreadsheet which has a few projects just randomly written down. Not great. And I've got this list as well of like random projects. I think I shared it last time I was streaming. So that's available if anyone wants it. I think it might be in my Discord as well. But anyone can add to this or take the ideas, whatever. I don't really care. But my main one, I actually haven't even written this one down to be fair. The main project I want to beef out today and kind of understand, like get it clearer in my head to say, is I actually want to build a project database tool. So I'm just going to call it that, project database tool. Let's give it that name for now. So what I really like front-end Mentor, if I just open front-end Mentor somewhere, front-end Mentor, just in case anyone isn't familiar with it. Yeah, it's kind of challenges, all for front-end web development, of course. Your challenges that you can complete different levels. So I really like this idea, but I also really like the Odin project way where they've got it, where they kind of give you a brief and there is a list of solutions. So you can like see other people's code and preview. So I kind of want to combine that a little bit. But when I don't want this project to be like specifically web development. I want people to be able to add their own ideas, and people can just like come up with their own tech solutions, I guess. So that's kind of what I want from it. Now, how do I put that into a brief description? I'm not too sure. We'll try. So, tool to write briefs and store. What's the word I'm looking for? Store solutions. I don't like the idea of community. I don't like community solutions. What's a better way of saying community solutions? The tool to write briefs and store user solutions. User solutions. Live preview and GitHub. That's kind of what I'm after. So tool to write briefs and store user solutions. Yeah, I think that's a good one-liner. Maybe. I think it might be easier to write the key concepts down first. I don't know. So my key concept is have available projects. So a list of available projects. Yeah, that's a decent key concept. List of available projects. Able to add project briefs. Edit. Should you be allowed to edit? Yeah, maybe edit project brief. Edit project details. Should I say add? Do I want an? Should you be able to add pictures? Add pictures. Not a for every project. I think that's kind of sums it up. Basically, I want the option to add pictures. That might be a better way of saying it. Wireframe. So list of projects. I think list of projects doesn't really need to be available. That doesn't really make sense. Be able to add project briefs, edit project details, option to add pictures, add user solution. So live if a website, GitHub as well. That doesn't really make too much sense. I've written that, but that's fine. So projects, briefs, details, pictures, solutions, view. Make solution private. I think that's a good one. So not everyone can see your code. I like the idea of. I've lost it. Over here. Is it here? Kind of like my challenges, like in progress challenge. You in progress projects. I want a dashboard, basically. Should there be an option to like solutions? Yeah. Like like art for solutions. I think that would be pretty cool because then you could kind of have a home page with like top light, home, most. Would you? I, I was thinking like on the homepage you want liked solutions, so you could even what was I going to say? So on the homepage you could see other people's solutions, but also like which is the most popular. That's the word I'm not popular solution. Aragon, is it? Isn't a project a one-time thing with a start and an end? Project is just like, how would I define it? So for me, like if you look at Front End Mentor, this is a project where you mimic this page or sorry, I'm losing my voice. In Front End Mentor, not Front End Mentor, the Odin project, it's like a start and an end. So you like, this is a project. So I complete a mini message board, for example, or diabetic tracker. This was a project for me, although it is still technically ongoing, where I create this website. So it's more like a project has a scope, and maybe that's a better way of saying it. Yes, scope. Right. Scope. But then, like, you could, like, if I take the diabetic site, I could write a scope that I want this site where I could track blood sugars. So this could be my solution, but you could do it yourself and have a totally different solution. So that's kind of my idea. So yeah, top like user solution. Not most popular. Most popular project. I think that was what I was going for there. Is there anything that I'm not covering? Obviously, I'm not going to be doing all of this at once. That's why I'm going to have an MVP. Let's also rename this. Got to be organized. DB. So projects, add. So this should creator should be able to edit. Yes, user accounts. User accounts. Do you think you should also be able to stop a project? Cancel project. Oh, let's not touch on GDPR. That's a whole pool of its own, isn't it? Oops. I think, yeah, login should be fairly straightforward. So yeah, user accounts, which could be broken down into sign up, update, delete. HF and GL. Yeah. I think as long as they're able to delete their accounts. But I'm not seeing this to be a massive project. Like, it could be a big project of itself, but I don't think it's going to be highly used. So GDPR is kind of like lower down my list. GDPR. Should there be a follow option? Follow other users? And I'm quite glad I don't really do much with GDPR anymore. So I'm quite grateful for that because that was a nightmare when I was an analyst. Follow other users. I don't want because I think this should kind of be like open to anyone. I don't want any sort of paid options like, you know what, is it Fiverr where you bid to do the job, or some, there's like a website like that. I don't want any of that. I think people that are, if you do create a project, it's kind of, it should be available to everyone. Maybe I should have a private project, but I definitely don't want any money being passed around. Maybe private project scope. I think that's a decent starting concept. Obviously, this can grow if it needs to. So, as an MVP, what do I want? I think for like a first iteration, I don't like the term MVP. What you see is what you get, editor. Ooh, that would be pretty cool. But because I want this to kind of not be web development specific, it could be C# projects or anything like that. Maybe having an online editor might kind of narrow that down a little bit. Yeah, I think the way to input the project description was kind of this line. I'm going to change that from brief to scope. So I think a description, it could just be text, or it could be like a picture as they do in front of Meta. Like this is a kind of a picture brief in a sense. We'll go back to challenges and just click a random one. Because you've got to replicate this website or image. Sorry. They do give you like a small brief there. So I think having the option to do a written brief and an image, I think would be good. Yeah, I really don't like the phrase MVP. I feel like that's too kind of cut down. Asset upload, download. Yeah. So what you mean, like assets as in icons, or just? Yeah, I could put that in. Assets. So it could be like an icon pack, possibly. Is that the way you're thinking, or referencing to other websites? Yeah, yeah. So you could have almost like a Git repo as a skeleton. Are you thinking? And then people could clone that repo. That might be a good idea. Uh, oh, it's going to be a big task, isn't it? This is why I wasn't. I was going to do MVP, but I feel like that's too kind of cut off point. I kind of like the idea of like phase one, and then have different phases. So like phase one would be, would this work in a sense? No, this is why I needed to kind of write it down and articulate it a little bit and think about what I needed in this tool. As I said, I don't want to solutionize this yet. If I insert a row above tech stack, yeah, that is a good point. But I know there's a lot of like handy ways you can do it. I believe so on this website. I think I'm using Firebase. Do I have the Instagram clone as well? Uses Firebase authentication. So there's ways to make it a little bit easier. But yeah, it's still not something that I really look forward to do. So user management is probably going to be one of the later phases. I think phase one, I don't even want to have a database yet. Like just local storage at the minute. So no images. Just to try and like get a proof of concept out. I just did that twice, didn't I? There we go. Proof of concept. So this would be kind of add project scopes. Edit. And I think homepage maybe. Why did I write hope? Homepage. Maybe yeah, I do need a homepage, don't I? So I'd be like phase one is like a really basic idea of just, can I add and kind of try to get the front end a little bit. So front end design almost. UX. That would be like phase one is, does this work as a concept? Phase two is going to be all about the database. So I think that's going to be quite a big phase, maybe. I think I need users in here as well. this is going to be the problem. I need to break it up into chunks, which is manageable. But a lot of it is kind of depending on having a database and users. So maybe that could be like, that could just be phase 2, is just get a database and users up. Yeah, so I much prefer front end to back end. Well, not much prefer. I do like back end. I quite like SQL, but I haven't had many. This proof of concept. Oh, I don't want to put any fluff on there. I want to actually kind of have a tool that will work a little, as long as you're on the same PC. Yeah, I haven't actually built a proper. Well, I know like the Instagram clone. Let me log in, see if I can remember my login. Yeah, that's just not worked. What's going on with this? Oh, I was clicking the wrong button. I was just like clicking login. Like, why is this not working? I've got login with Google. It's a different button. Come on, anytime today. There we go. So yeah, I'd say like this is. I wouldn't really call this full stack. Red Toxin, what's up? How's it going? So I want to really build a node and Mongo, probably. I said I wasn't going to solutionize it, but I sort of am. But I need more practice with Mongo before I build the backend, I think is my issue. Oh, nice. Yeah, I really like this mic. I think you, on the one I've got, what's it called again? HyperX. You can change the color, but I like it blue because it matches my background, which is a bit sad. Oh, nice. How are you finding the web development classes? Is this like your first time coding, or have you tried other coding languages? They told you it's going to take 2 years. Really? What kind of course is this? Node JS backends are kind of hard to scale. Are they? That's kind of why I need to like learn how to do my own. That like at work, I don't really touch the setup of the backend, but I use it quite a lot, which is SQL, and I love SQL. I think it's really good. It's why I don't like MongoDB that much, because it's supposed to be like low or no SQL kind of. But I do like writing SQL code. Finish HTML basics and CSS intro. Nice. If you want good, well, you want some practice with CSS. I kind of like doing this every so often. Which isn't really good for actual websites, to be honest. But I think it's a way to practice skills that you don't use every day. If you need relations, go with SQL. Yeah. I think I will need relations though with this database, because you'll need to know the project. Hang on, let me try. I need a whiteboard. Do I already have this? Is this the whiteboard thing? I don't even know what that is. Can I delete it? I just want to draw. All right. That'll do. Let's ignore that for now. So you've got project. Please ignore my writing. I can't write with the mouse. Red Toxin. Also, you should check out. I really like the Odin project. It's what I used to learn development, to be honest. That took me through quite a lot. I mean, my background is mathematics, so I did know some coding. But yeah, that taught me a lot, the Odin project. So project. It could be self-contained. So a project needs an owner and a description, just to keep it simple. But then you also have solutions, which is going to be linked to users. And that's going to be live and GitHub. That was a terrible G. So that could be like one example of how the project is self-contained. But then if I have a dashboard, so now I've got user, and I want to have projects here. So this would be like an array of project names with a bit field maybe to say complete. And if it's complete, then would you have your links? So I think there's going to be like quite a lot of back and forth maybe. I don't know. This is why I need planning. What's the there's a tool which you can use to scope out a database, isn't there? I've forgotten what it is. The links to the Odin project. I think it's just dashboard, isn't it, for me? So that's the Odin project, super useful. And there's also CSS battles. I did actually do a YouTube video on this recently. This is a terrible plug, just about like my favorite resources. So that's over on my YouTube channel if you want to check that out. MySQL bench can do this. So does that tell you? Okay, I might have to look into this a bit more. So do you have to specify the tables and what's in them, and then you can give the relationships? Why can't I view on this? Ah, nice. Yeah, I will favorite this one for now. So I think like this is the big question mark. Then you could also, if you were doing this in SQL, you could create like a view of this one. It'd be like projects I created. I really cannot write with the mouse. And that would just be like if owner equals my user ID or something. Then that would be really nice because then you could have on your dashboard, on your dashboard, you could have a section which is like created projects, and you could have a quick link to that. Why can I not do this? Projects. Yeah, so I think this I need to clarify a bit more in my mind. Sit down and think it through. What else did we have on the list? I've lost my project planning. Let's just delete that for now. Yeah, it's a private. I need to snap this onto the side, don't I? Because here a solution could be private. But then you've got likes. So do likes live in a different table? Because you would have project, solution, and user. So that would be the user who liked it. So you wouldn't want likes to be part of this sub collection, because then this is a collection, this is going to be a sub collection, and then this would be another sub collection. Yeah, I kind of agree. Projects are definitely the best way to learn, but I think if you don't know much, as you said, you do need a course, a structured course. That's the Odin project's very structured, takes you through everything. But I wouldn't look at random YouTube videos too much unless it's a big playlist. I think that's where I would kind of go about. Yeah. Start from zero. You need something. My cup of tea. My cup of tea is going to be stone cold. Can I screenshot this? Nope. Well, I probably could, but no. What about that? Progress dashboard, likes and hearts, home pages. Cancel project. This. No, I'm not going to write. I was going to say this. A cancel project should be a soft deleted. Started with the developing scripts for a private server. Nice. It's always good to have like a small goal when you're doing a project. Like this is a massive project, and that's why I want to break it down into phases. So I always think it's like good to have small goals. So you kind of have an idea of where you're going. Selling you roses. Did it chase after you as well if you didn't buy any? I've just like really broken this pen I've been playing with. Uh-oh. There we go. I am terrible at like fiddling with things in my hands. Alright, so I don't know how I want to define phase. I might have a small idea of what to do for phase 3 actually. So I think this will be I think that should be likes and hearts. And then dashboards. And follows. Yeah, that's a good way to break it down. phase 0. Let's just move all these down slightly. Come on. Put that there. Phase 0. DB design. Yeah, I think I'm kind of happy with the direction this is going. I don't know whether to try and plan one of my other mini projects or think about colors. Colors are so easy. No, I hate colors. They're so difficult. Like, what is it? Blue means calm and green means, I don't even know what green means. Purple I think's royalty. I have no idea. Like, who thinks about these things when they pick a color? I don't. Is green hope? Honestly, it's so confusing. I think all I care about is light and dark mode. And I haven't even implemented that on very many projects, to be fair. This, my diabetic tracker, I did recently put a dark mode on, but it is linked to the PC, like your system color. So if I just change this to dark mode, boom. But this is all Bootstrap. Yeah, developed by backend dev. Nice. I need to draw my lines on this chart as well. I don't know what I've done here, but this was my first app. So the reason I built this was for learning how to use Vue, and I didn't really learn how to use it, to be honest. I kind of got something up and running and then stopped building it for a long time. But I don't know why it jumps around so much. Oh yeah, that was at like midnight, to be fair. That was not good. Anyways, I am getting well distracted. What do you think? Should we try doing a Figma design or just going on and trying to plan a different project? I'm kind of leaning towards a different project. I don't know if I've got the mental capacity to do any design work right now. Like, my brain is fried. Have a little look. We've got this random list. Don't know if I, what else have I got? I'd love to do a Kanban board. Let's try. Oh, my aim trainer. I'm gonna have a quick go with my aim trainer. Admiral. Which one did I even click? Oh, Gridshot. This is like my favorite one as well. I've been playing a little. Actually, no. On the weekend, I started Elden Ring. I did play it a little bit earlier, but I got stuck in a cave and I just gave up after a few hours. But I sat down over the weekend and I think I played about 12 hours of Elden Ring and I really got into it. But I'm so bad. I've died so many times. Yeah, let's do. I think it's. I've played a few of the other Soul games, but I don't think I've ever beating a boss in any of the other Soul games. Like I defeated my first proper boss on Sunday, and I was over the moon. I kind of want to flesh this 5 ideas a day out. Oh, I should have duplicated it. Let's just delete. Let's just call it daily ideas. I really like I read like the self-development books and things like that. And people like say you should just jot down, like spend 5-10 minutes a day just writing down ideas, and it helps your brain like come up with ideas more easily in the future. So that was the concept I wanted for this next one. Let's delete all these because I don't want that. I will keep phase 1 and 2, but I might delete those ones for now. So I need to put this into a one-liner. Daily ideas. Oops. Oh no. I was just spamming shift there and it wanted me to put a sticky key on. I really should get like ChatGPT to have a brief description of what I'm after. I'm really, really bad at articulating concisely what I want. I don't know if anyone else struggles with that, but I do. Up to improve idea generation by specific topic or word. This is not being concise at all. What did I write in here? I did not write a lot. This is what I mean. Like I spam some ideas randomly and I don't flesh them out. And I just can't remember what I wanted to do. App to improve idea generation. Specific topic. Let's just give an example. E.g. YouTube scripts. So that would be like one daily prompt. Does that make sense? App to improve idea generation by giving a specific topic that you have to list X ideas for, e.g. come up with 10 YouTube scripts or video topics, maybe. Videos. So key concept. Now I could go, there's 2 directions I think you can go with this. it could be totally random, or it could be that the user comes up with their own ideas, like own topics. I'm kind of preferring the random route because that would force new ideas a little bit more. There's one, I can't remember the book I read it in, but the example I think this book gave was like list 20 uses of a brick, and you only had like, I don't know if it was a time limit as well, but it's quite a good idea. Like obviously you got like building houses, driveways. You could be like doorstop kind of thing or bookend. But yeah, that's the thing I want to do. So I think random topics needed. That would most likely, yeah, random topics needed. Inputs. Again, you would need user user management. Could be local storage. But you could use local storage if you didn't need to go back that much. No, I'm gonna say you need user management. Oops, I've hit cap locks. Be able to view previous ideas. Anything else? So be able to view previous ideas. Rate. Rate the topic, maybe. This could then lead to like, yeah. The go against the user management, view previous ideas, rate topics. Have I got anything else? Categories. That could be a really good idea, actually. You could have, so before you get the actual topic, you could select, today I want to do this category or this category. So choice of categories before topic. That works nice. Goldie, how's it going? Everything good? Yeah, of course you can ask a question. mm. All right. So phase one, I think I'm not gonna think about database. I think the database, if I do, I'm just gonna do database design here. User table. Topics table. User topics. User topics ideas. So that's, yeah, the daily version. I think that would make sense. Or should it be topics, user ideas? That might make a little bit. I think that makes more sense. Topics, users, idea, users, ideas. Cool. But this is going to come later. Create the topic. Categories can be like a parented topic or just a subtable. I don't know. So I think phase one is going to be hard coded of topics. Let's move this down. New topic. Oh, this could be a really good idea actually. What we could have is also users could submit a topic. That would be so good. And then it doesn't have to be like randomly generated all the time. Like you could start off with a list of 100 and then users could add their own and then that just gets added to the pool. Oh, that'd be so good. New topics daily. So this will be view previous ideas. Should you be able to catch up on ideas? I don't think so. I think it should be. It's like, maybe. I need to add this in. Everyone should do the same topic on the same day. And we'll do public, private answers as well. Then if you do like public answers, this is why my mind goes bizarre at sometimes. If you've got public answers, you could somehow do like a word cloud almost of popular answers. That would be really cool. Yeah, I'm really happy with that idea. Should I do? So, a few previous ideas. You need user management in here. Oh, why do I keep like cutting the wrong page? Like bit, cell. Oh. Let's do DB. Could almost do DB first, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe phase 1. That is becomes 2. Nice. Then we'll do phase 3. So I do kind of like to keep them a little bit bite size-ish, or contained. So phase 3 would be public answers and also word cloud. I don't know why that went bold. It's probably the previous cell. I think that's a good starting point. Move this up here. Bright, inspiring. That's like the theme I want. Bright and inspiring. Nice. Lost my phone. There's my phone. I may have to call it a night. Let me just check. Yeah, blood sugar is going a little bit high. I had a hypo just before eating dinner. So obviously whenever I have a hypo, I just become super hungry. And I eat everything in sight. I mean everything. So I definitely overate and didn't inject enough. So I'm going a bit high now, so I should sort that out. I think it's kind of been a productive stream. It's been short. I am feeling a little bit under the weather. So, but I'm very happy with some of the ideas I've come up with. Quite fun just planning stuff. Which is definitely why I want to get this Project DB up and running. I think that'd be really cool and really useful, not just for myself, but for others. And yeah, I think that is it. Let's actually, I was going full screen. Cool. So I don't think I'm like 80% sure I'm not streaming on Sunday, unfortunately. I really wanted to do another gaming stream, but I don't think I will be. As I said, 80% sure I'm looking after my mom's dog down at hers, so I won't be here to do any streaming. Yeah, so I'll be looking after it for his Friday, Saturday, and most of Sunday, I believe. So I can't even do like any streaming anytime before or after, really. Which is unfortunate. I'll try and make up for it next week or the week after. We'll see how things go. But thanks for everyone that joined in. Really appreciate it. Been a fun little stream, actually. Enjoyed it. make sure you go and check out my YouTube channel if you're on Twitch, and if you're on YouTube, go check out Twitch. Oh, that was terrible. I shouldn't be allowed to, sell my own, whatever you call it, social medias. I can't do it. It's just not in my bones. Yeah, I hope everyone has a good evening, and I will hopefully catch you next time, where maybe, if we're fortunate, we can work on some of these projects that I've been trying to build. But yeah, have a good evening, and I will see you next time.